Imagine you are a farmer. Common conditions that you would consider would be the weather, the season of which the crops will grow, the pests that would destroy your crops, the length of time until your crops will be harvested, and the necessity of these crops that you have in your community. At this point, you'll get yourself challenged because these are a lot to handle for you. You may try to have it grown at a greenhouse, but would it be cost efficient and do you have enough manpower? You could consider to use organic materials, but would it yield more crops? In science, there are these various plants by which are enhanced and modified in order to be grown under unforgiving conditions, at a faster rate for a better crop production, grown to be bigger so as to reduce the expense, and so forth by which are experimentally conducted. They are genetically modified organisms, or in this case, GMOs. However, we should not constrict this idea of GMO to crops and plants only. GMOs could also be animals, such as sheep and dogs, by which desirable traits were used and engineered. GMOs provide a new source of information by which have greatly contributed to science. As far as everyone is concerned, there are still limitations and negative results for GMOs. We have animal genetic pollution and plant genetic pollution, such as those of which where GM pollinate and reproduce uncontrollably. This causes a risk in biodiversity. While there are limitations to this field concern, there are precautionary measures that have been applied. According to European Safety Food Authority, there are 7 areas that should be dealt with in GMOs. Number 1. Persistence and invasiveness of the GM animal, including vertical transfer. Number 2. Horizontal gene transfer. Number 3. Interactions of the GM animal with target organisms. Number 4. Interactions of the GM animal with non-target organisms. Number 5. Environmental impacts of the specific techniques used for the management of the GM animal. Number 6. Impacts of the GM animal on biogeochemical processes. And number 7. Impacts of the GM animal on human and animal health. And in this view, GMOs or genetically modified organisms is indeed a great contribution to science, and so shall it help to our future generations.